What is going on, everybody? We are back on it. Berserk manga chapters 12 and chapters 13. Everybody will see this on Monday. Last episode chapters. The worst assassination attempt in manga anime history. At least that I've seen. Guts, for the first time that we've seen, has innocent blood on his hands, innocent child blood on his hands. You could say, you know, the prince, the second in line, the father, had it coming. You know, he started it. He did act out in trying to kill Griffith, so, you know, can't feel bad that he got his in return. You know, but the kid, the guards, is just an absolute mess. And I think once word gets out, which is going to be very quickly, about, you know, someone broke in and killed the prince, killed his son, guards were murdered, you know, essentially in the palace, because I'm guessing they live in close quarters to where the actual king is. I don't know if the people of Midland will find out, but I'm pretty sure that Casca and some of the others are going to be able to put two and two together, seeing, you know, the injuries that Guts has and then what just happened, that it was him. We left off chapter 11 with Guts approaching the princess and Griffith. I don't know if Griffith sees him or if Guts is going to turn around or go completely up to him. I have absolutely no idea. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Let's see how it unfolds. Again, it's completely different from the whole demon story type thing and the God Hand and all that. This is just Game of Thrones, backstabbing, be killed or get killed, hierarchy status. So it's all over the place, but we'll see what we got. Go ahead and get it started. Can you guys see my cursor? No. Should be able to see it now. Volume going. Mic is good. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. Oh, this is at the ball. Okay, so word hasn't gotten out yet. Because everyone's just... I mean, it's... When word gets out, it's going to be a mess. And I think it's naturally going to turn to the Band of the Hawk anyway, because it's like none of this started until you guys got here, and why would I don't know. We'll see. Literally should have picked anybody else but Guts. Assassination and sneaking and being quiet isn't his style. Do we have an age? Did we get an age confirmation on these two? I think it's close. It's safe to say Griffith is somewhere between 18 and 20 years old. When we first got introduced to her, I would have pinned her between 12 and 15. Or maybe even younger. Does it matter at these times? No. But I'm just curious. Alright, let's do it. I feel a bit tired. Please have a seat. Thank you. He was about to go up there too. Casca came in. Now, can Casca be like calm for once and not call us an idiot and all this type of stuff? Alright, so Casca comes up. You mean to go up there like that? Don't embarrass Griffith. If you've got business, wait until they're done talking. I need this. She patches up his wound. Interesting. She's showing a side of maybe care, empathy, compassion. Is she doing this simply to distract us from going up there and talking to him? Or does she actually care that we're injured and wants this for Griffith? Because you think something like this would make her jealous, right? Him giving this attention to another girl when she probably wishes it was her. Along with the love triangle that is Guts. I don't know what her motives are, if it's actually pure or what. She touched him too, by the way. He didn't freak out. Is this alright? The host stealing away? I don't mind. They will all enjoy themselves regardless. I find I dislike these parties. They are just a bother. Besides, in reality, tonight's party is my father's arrangement to divert everyone's attention in the castle. Even but a trifle from the wariness of war? If we must hold a party like this, it would be so much better just to end the war itself. True, but that's easier said than done. Why is it that men enjoy little more than shedding blood? Your Highness asked that at the hunting grounds. It could certainly be that men possess the savage side, but that is a tool by which they secure and protect a precious thing. I suppose it is a double-edged sword. Precious thing like family or sweetheart? There's some like that before man. Before he can obtain those two, perhaps he must come upon one other precious thing. One other precious thing? For no other sake to accomplish it for himself. For himself a dream, and he's speaking of himself here. Why is this dolphin looks very aggressive back here, by the way? So now we're getting into the hints of Griffith, you know, again, talking about himself and his goals, and I mean, he's speaking about a man, but this is, I feel like it's just foreshadowing him. Dream? One who dreams of world domination. One who devotes his whole life to the thorough tempering of the sword. If there is a dream which takes one his whole life to find, there are also dreams which, like storms, devour tens of thousands of dreams. And this is what I think is... And I've been saying this for a while, I could be completely wrong. I feel like this here, especially how they bolden this word out here, is a very big factor in, I feel, what may drive Griffith to that point. And I think I mentioned he gives me like Orochimaru vibes, to where he wants so much and wants to have the world and learn everything and what it has to offer, but he can't do that in his current mortal form. To achieve that, you know, he's willing to give himself. Now the question becomes, though, again, we're talking fate and destiny. If he was already going to be chosen to become one of the God Hand, it doesn't matter if he had that Orochimaru syndrome of wanting to conquer and learn it all, because he was going to be a God Hand anyway. But then maybe if I'm, you know, one above all looking down on things and I control people's destiny like puppet strings, and I see that motivation in Griffith, then maybe I can easily choose him because he has that motivation to know and want everything. So him becoming, I don't know, it's like chicken egg, Attack on Titan, paradox, loop, what came for it's a lot. With no relation to social status, class, background, whether it suits them or not, people yearn for a dream. Sustained by a dream, hurt by a dream, revived by a dream, killed by a dream. And even after being abandoned by a dream, it continues to smolder from the bottom of one's heart, probably until the verge of death. A man should envision such a lifetime once. A life spent as a martyr to the god named Dreamed. To the god named Dream. And he's in, Guts is hearing all this, by the way. Is that what we're looking at standing here? Ultimately, to be born and then to simply live for no better reason, I can't abide by such a lifestyle. Yeah. But, I feel like Guts maybe feels like that's his life, you know, I'm just living to kill and die and, like, by the sword, that's it. And I feel like Griffith can easily spew things to this girl because I feel like this girl doesn't really truly matter to him in any way. Just a stepping stone for him to get another, you know, level up. You know, marry the king's daughter. That'll raise my status, but he can freely talk to her because what is she gonna do or say or stop, you know? Forgive me, I've chattered on, so it must have been a boring topic for a lady. Like right here, she looks super young here, but she looks super much older in some of these shots, so I really can't tell where she falls. This is the first time I have ever talked with a man this way. Lord Griffith, you are a wondrous person. Oh god, I thought people were coming up to... She's having a flashback within this panel. I thought I thought they alerted the army and the cavalry that they've got a assassin in the castle. The first time I ever laid eyes on you, I thought you were the son of some aristocrat. You seemed so magnificent for someone so young. When I heard that you were common born, it was very difficult to believe. Somehow it is as if you are nobler than any of the nobles in the castle. But at the hunt, when you taught me how to sound the reed whistle, you seemed very simple and carefree. You were just like some village child used to playing in forest and rivers, and right now you say the kinds of things to me a philosopher would say. A wondrous person. Now they look the same age in this shot. And he still doesn't see them, does he? Is this, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was so very curious by that. I think I said it a couple pages up about, like, Casca's not going to do anything to jeopardize Griffith currently, you know? She's over here saying wait till they're done. But she doesn't want to hear these things and see him ingratiating himself with another woman. Or anybody, honestly. Is this her gripping her fist? Is this Casca? I imagine all of your friends, too, must have come so far with you attracted by that charm. They are excellent troops. Together we have faced death so many times. They are my valuable comrades, devoting themselves to the dream I envision. These guys, these two are just down here in awe listening of this, by the way. Where is... She doesn't have any security, by the way. I feel like there'd be security close by. In case, you know, someone was trying to sneak up on her, type shit. But... to me, a friend is something else. Someone who would never depend upon another's dream. Someone who wouldn't be compelled by anyone, but would determine and pursue his own reason to live. And that's speaking to both of them. I feel like Casca, and I feel like Guts has gotten to this point, I feel like both of them live for him. They have no dreams. Their dreams are to essentially do what he says. He says jump, they say how high. And should anyone trample that dream, he would oppose him body and soul, even if that threat were myself. What I think a friend is one who is my equal. Because they keep showing his face, and I have a feeling Guts has not thought about that. I think it was a handful of chapters ago, maybe 5 or 6 chapters ago, he was sitting there rattling his brain trying to figure out what his dream was. And I feel like he's gotten more to the Casca type thinking of, I don't have a dream or know what mine is, but I think I have an idea of it, and it's to serve Griffith and be his sword, be his right hand. Basically, you're just a mindless drone at this point. He wants you to have your own, and even if he stands in the way of your own. Such amazing confidence. That is how I have achieved everything so far. There were days when I had not even a slice of bread to eat, but now I can even talk like this to you, the princess of a whole kingdom. They're gonna kiss. Yeah. Casca didn't want to see that. She left at that moment. I knew that that stuff was getting to her. It looks like she could tell where that was going, and she doesn't want to see it. What is your dream, Your Highness? What is it? It is a disaster. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. He said, what is your dream? And someone comes yelling, Your Highness. Bro, why does she not have rolling security? I feel like when you watch shows and like this timeline, you know how like they let princesses and princes like go out and flirt and do and go off secluded, but there's always like security around. Especially now? Oh god, you know it's going to be on high alert. Alright, looks like news has gotten to the ball. Your Highness, what is it? It is a disaster. Your uncle Count Julius has died. What did you say? Assassination. Someone snuck into his manor. Even his son, Master Adonis, was... You see how they don't... The castle is in an uproar. I was about to say, I thought maybe Griffith was going to have regret that Adonis was, essentially he knows Adonis was a casualty in this, and maybe he was going to have shock or sadness on his face, but then they hit us with like the no eyes. And they hit us with this shot right here. So, God, I have a feeling everybody that saw him, we can get a pretty accurate description of this big son of a bitch running around. Guts needs to change his whole style for a while, honestly, and then that's a great shot right there. The first like menacing demon shot of him. Hey. Oh, the Casca heard that. Oh no. He's walking away. Yikes. Well, let's go right into it. Right into chapter 13. The Midland royal family crest, a castle bearing a crown seated in the midst of the heavens. Castle bearing a crown with the sun, the moon, the lightning, and the stars. The legendary Tower of Now, I'm curious because we do this a lot with the Berserk manga. I don't know if a lot of mangas do this. Something very high stakes dramatic will happen in the next chapter. We'll skip forward like years. I want to see this pick up right where the current events have left off, so I hope we don't have a crazy time skip. Are we? I think we are. Wow, we're not going to pick up I thought maybe it was going to pick up and Guts was eventually going to end up being found out, but it looks like maybe some time has, at least a day. But like we've got, I don't know, we'll see, we'll find out. So many of them. They say this new campaign could mean an end to the war. Now if only that comes true, don't worry, Midland has its own guardian angel, you know. Speak of the devil, Griffith is Midland's guardian angel, huh? Are you departing? If it isn't Minister Foss, I have heard the Band of the Hawk is this campaign's vanguard. Well, this dude planted the seed to Julius, and Julius ended up getting his ass killed. I feel like some time has skipped forward. Damn, that sucks. With General Julius dead, maybe not too much. Julius dead. Midland has no other guardian deity but you. May fortune smile. Guardian deity. An exaggeration, however. Your humble servant will do all within his power. Even so, about this series of assassination scares, it is all but unbearable. Someone shut this dude up. It is said that in troubled times, spirits mislead human hearts. But a child of only 13 like Master Adonis, how very cruel. Like, I would say Master Adonis and the girl are the same age. They look like to me. Surely, hold on. Is this within our... Oh, hold on, let's take it back. Let's take it back. Go back, go back, go back. Make sure we stay in here. Not go too crazy. Don't want to get copyrighted. Surely is the work of a demon. No, it is no demon. It is the work of a man, Minister. I like that foreshadowing, the work of a demon, because we know what Griffith ends up becoming. Incidentally, Sir Griffith, I have caught wind of a strange rumor regarding these assassinations. Strange rumor? The arrow aimed at Princess Charlotte at the autumn hunt. That it was actually not meant for her, but instead it may have been fired at you, Sir Griffith. At me? Yeah, no shit. We know this. Impossible. A mere knight? Commander? You humble yourself. The exploits of the Band of the Hawk you lead are wildly proclaimed in many lands. Also, according to said rumor, the assassin who attacked you may not have been a shooter, spy at all, but a subordinate of someone within this very court. That is an audacious insinuation. I would say so. Under a thin veneer, those of the court can be likened to a den of evil spirits. It is not far-fetched that any number of them would not be above the murder of another for the sake of maintaining their influence, yeah? But surely, from their viewpoint, does one kill outside the castle as you do, or inside the castle? I suppose that is the only difference, yeah. Starts getting real messy when it comes inside. Smile on his face, an interesting theory. That being said, I will strive to my utmost outside the castle. There he goes with that one eye open again. He didn't so much as twitch at an eyebrow at the mention of Master Adonis. Yeah. Could this mean that it wasn't his doing all along? Oh, he's already surmised that it was Griffith that took out. Or maybe not him, but he ordered it. No, that can't be true. It would be too much of a coincidence. There can be no mistake that the assassination of Julius and his son was Griffith's retaliation. Somehow he must have gotten wind that the incident at the autumn hunt was at the hands of General Julius. This dude's overthinking himself here. Could he even know of me? Yeah, now he's going to be triple paranoid. No, it can never come to that. I didn't intervene directly in the matter anyway. Most importantly, there's no evidence. Even so, he's a crafty one. Ah, well enough. If by this campaign a long sought after peace visits this kingdom, it will settle his affair. There will be many others within the castle jealous of his popularity with the people as long as I set them against him. So the only good hero is a dead hero. Oh, God. What is this? Why did we get that switch up at the end of the hall? What? Why did Griffith just snap stare this man down? Holy shit. I mean, because this dude's speaking all this in his head, right? To him. Well, it's safe to say he's on to you. Holy shit. Here's Casca. Wow. She's gonna call out to Griffith, and then the old girl comes up to Griffith. Princess Charlotte, are you departing already? Yes, I'm on my way. Take this. What is it? It's a necklace made from lodestone. Oh, it's a naturally occurring magnet. It is not very valuable, but it's a memento of the former queens of my mothers. But an item of such importance, no, please have it. With the lodestone, the man half and woman half are attracted to one another. It is said that the two who possesses each half are destined to meet again. If you were to carry that necklace made from the main stone, surely this necklace of the woman's stone should draw it back and see you safely home from the battlefield, so please accept it. No, there is no way I can keep such an important keepsake of your highness, but therefore once I return from this campaign, I swear I'll give it to you. I mean, he is just lathering Princess Charlotte up, bro. He is working her over and she's eating that shit up. I have never dreaded battle as much as I do this time. Lord Griffith, please be safe. And Casca over here shaking in her boots, wishing she was getting flirted with like that. Oh God, you there, knight. Yes, your highness, please protect Lord Griffith. Yes, highness, even with my own life. But sad as Casca would lay down her own life for him, and I don't think he'd even blink about it when she died. Let's go, yeah. She wishes that was her. Charlotte, oh gosh. Queen looks a little evil there. What do you think you're doing, Charlotte? What do you mean? Do not feign ignorance, giving gifts to one such as him. It's my business to whom I give things. Oh, Charlotte got some snapback on her. You're a member of the royal family, yet you give gifts to a man of humble birth, preferably speaking one of your rank. Should even hesitate to slightly converse. Wow, so she's got that Julius vibe. Why is the king the only one that's like okay talking to people that like are of normal born? But mother, you were 16, there we go. You're 16, no longer a child. By remembering that you are the Princess of Midland. Yeah. She's got that Julius vibe in her. Move out. Alright, here we go. Troops are going to war again. What I think a friend is one who is my equal. Oh, that's how we end it? Wow. So that's how we end that there. And now Guts is just... So I'm guessing it's going to be relatively close to the assassination. It looked like we were just getting ready to go out for another war. Another battlefront, and the Julius suspicion was going to be left behind us. But maybe it looks like it's within a relative couple days, maybe a week or so. Again, very Game of Thrones style, back-end political, inside the castle stuff. That shot there, this one here, was probably the shot of the chapter. Where is it at? Here is definitely probably the shot of the chapter. This dude trying to get his like little finger Varys on and like pawn people off against each other. He better watch himself. He's over here thinking, you know, no way he could come back to me, Julius and Adonis. So he's under the impression that the Adonis and the Julius assassination is by Griffith, you know, finding out or getting word that the arrow that was shot was for him and who it was by, and this guy just thinking he's going to skate free. But this image here clearly depicts it that you are not safe. And seeing Griffith go on about his speeches of he doesn't want followers and people just mindlessly obeying. He wants friends that are his equal, that are striving for their own dreams, and that if even he gets in their way, they would take him out to get their dreams. Which, if your gut's like, wow, that's inspiring, whoa, he wants me to be his equal. But you got to think about it at the same time. If he wants you to take him out for your dreams, what do you think he would do for his? So you got that, what he just said there, you know, kill for your dreams. Even if I get in your way, pair that with what Zod was talking about, you know, watch this guy. If you're really true close to him, you're in danger. Like, it's a lot of, like, connecting pieces, especially we know with what he becomes. I think the biggest question I have right now, what I'm looking forward to the most, is this just keeps building up and building up to us seeing Griffith become the God Hand that he is what happens to the rest of the Hawks. Not the however many hundred he actually commands, but, you know, the squad, you know. The Casca, the Corcus, the Judo, the Rickert, the Pippin. What happens to them? Do they just die on the battlefield? Do they die because something Griffith commands? Do they die by Griffith's hand? Do they all have to end up betraying Griffith and going after him because he's gotten off the... I don't know. That's probably the biggest suspense moment I'm hanging on to. And then Guts is over... His brain's just being fried. He's like, my own dreams equal Casca over here in the love triangle. And now it's a love square. Griffith is giving attention to... It's a mess, but... leave it there and see what happens. This is going up on Monday. Chapters 14 and 15 will be up on Friday. And then we'll have Monster and One Piece sprinkled in throughout the week. Appreciate it, guys. Like, share, subscribe as always.